Hello.
How you doing?
Brock Batty. Welcome to the flip side.
Thank you for having me, Carla.
No worries. Thanks for being here. I'm very excited for today's episode.
I'm pretty keen to chat.
Pretty keen.
It'll be a good talk.
It'll be a good talk. Okay. I brought you on here today because people that I interview are people that have done hard things or have insights from doing hard things. And I think that you're a very good example of both of those things. And it's only really passing things. We haven't really had a deep conversation about that stuff. So I'm excited that this is going to be very new information to me as well. Give me your credentials.
Credentials?
Yeah. What have you done so far?
What have I done?
Who are you and what have you done?
I'm Brock Batty. I'm a trampoline gymnast. So a year and a half ago, competed in my first Olympics. That's probably the kind of main thing when I look back at my career, what I've done. Probably like one of the highest achievements. Becoming an Olympian in 2024, it was always my goal, become an Olympian. And like when I was young, the plan was always in 2028. And just because of how the sport is and how things happen, it happened a lot earlier. And by the age of 17, I became an Olympian.
Yeah, wow.
Which turned out to be the youngest ever person to compete trampoline in the Olympics, which was just like a nice little bonus to it all.
Little cherry on top.
Yeah, literally. It was just like,
Yeah.
that wasn't the goal to be the youngest ever
Yeah.
person to compete trampoline in the Olympics, but yeah, literally just like a nice bonus to it all.
Yeah, yeah. So the goal was actually 2028 originally.
Yeah, 2028, because I'd
wow.
be 21 by then, and
Yeah.
in my head I was like, that's a good age, like,
Yeah.
to be ready for my first one.
Yeah. So how did you see it coming earlier that year, that it was a possibility?
2020.
Or the year before when you're doing Olympic trials and things like that?
So going back to the first question,
Yeah.
in 2023, I became world age champion in my last year of competing in junior. And because of that result, I got sent to just go to the last two Olympic qualifiers. And that was purely just for experience.
Yeah,
It
wow.
wasn't-
They're like, give it a go. See how
just
you go.
have a crack at it.
Yeah.
At that point, the goal wasn't try and qualify for the Olympics. The first one was just like whatever, first senior World Cup. Can't expect too much. And then after the second one, like I did really well, and I was like first reserve for semi-finals. And that was probably one of the most competitive World Cups, like out of the whole cycle. And
As in the caliber of people that were there?
yeah,
Like,
it was just the last Olympic qualifier, like everyone's pretty much at the just about the top of their game.
Giving it everything to try and get those last spots.
Yeah, literally. So I did really well in that, and was the highest placing Aussie.
Wow.
And then after that, I came home, and I remember I had a conversation with my coach at the time, and we'll just agreed, if we get the spotlight, let's just go for it, like nationals. We'll have a crack, try come out on top, and almost give the selectors every reason not to pick me.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
purely being the best athlete at the time. And then, yeah, just the way kind of the sport is, it turned out I was, in the time of the selection, I was best athlete.
The top spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
So, yeah, it happened so quickly. Like, I look back and I describe it like I had to grow up and become an Olympian very fast. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't have a 4-year cycle to kind of transition into this. It was just...
And prep for, okay, this is the goal, this is what I'm going for this time around.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
all at once, like
100%.
in the
It was
space of
just-
almost like less than a year, right? By the sounds of it.
Like 3 months, maybe?
Yeah,
It was just,
yeah.
You know, enjoy your first World Cup, you're going to the Olympics. Like, it was such a quick turnaround.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty hard to kind of prep for things like that.
Yeah, because I think that like success comes with a lot of responsibility as well. Like how much weight is on, you even said before we started, like being a role model to the younger athletes. You're 17 and then that's like on you straight away. Right?
Yeah, no, 100%. And like I wouldn't change that for the world. I'm so proud. Like I take it pretty serious.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess having this role in the sport within Australia, like trying to, I guess, set the best example I can, and just really promote this lifestyle I'm on in such a positive way. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And does that have a lot of parts, like what you talk about, your lifestyle? Is that a lot of different parts that you feel like you put a lot of pride and a lot of effort into?
Yeah, 100%. Like I love the way I live my life. Like,
Yeah.
I love my life.
Yeah.
I-
So Brock's recently started training with us, and one of my favorite things that he says is, even just watching a video that he's just done a turn on tram, will be like, I love my life.
Yeah.
But no, tell me about the other stuff. Tell me about the other stuff.
But like besides that, like I do want to encourage people to go down like similar, not the exact same journey and pathway I've been on in my life, but just similar ones, which is all just based around like self-improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it means a lot, and like I just want to promote it in the most like healthiest and best way I can.
Yeah. How do you think that you take care of yourself best? What things have you put in place that you think work well for you, physically and mentally, really?
So I guess like coping with training, it's like a lot of it is like recovery. Like I'm so on it all, just like the sleep, nutrition. So that's like literally physically taking care of my body, like just trying to recover as well as I can, just like recovering just as hard as I train. So I guess it's like an equal outlet to it all. But then just the mental side, that's huge. Like at this level, I feel like you can go through a fair physical load on your body. Again, the mental side of it's just as big. So I guess the big thing for me, which I've learnt coming through the junior, is balance and keeping that balance in my life. And for me, like, I guess that balance, like compared to training and just outside stuff, it's pretty uneven, but it's just what works for me.
Yeah.
I'm not a super social person. I don't need to be out with my mates every single day. Like, I just, you know, catch up with a mate maybe once a week, and that's enough for me. Like, that just kind of helps refresh my brain for another week of training.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of think of it, as like really just refreshing my brain and just kind of recharging again. So whether that be just go out for lunch with a mate or go for a surf, whatever it is, like it doesn't take much for me to find balance.
Yeah.
And then, it just shows, like, life is fun, like, besides sport. And especially, like, I'm aware sport is not going to be around forever.
Yeah, it ends at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You actually said something interesting, like, with the social side. I think everyone talks about like, having this perfect balance, and I don't think that really exists in the pursuit of something massive. I don't think it, like, really exists. And I think it feels, like you said, it feels easy to feel like balance when the thing you do is the thing you love the most.
Yeah.
Like how it's not like draining your energy to do this. Like you said, if you train and you recover equally as hard and then you have some sort of outlet if you need it, like it's more than enough. That's in my experience anyway. No,
I 100% agree with that. For a lot of the time, like I definitely go through different periods, but like although however many hours I'm training a week, like it's not, a lot of the time it's not actually too mentally fatiguing on me. Like just because I love it so much, like like I get home from however many hours of training it is, I'm just like, I can't wait to go to bed and train again tomorrow.
Can't wait to wake up and train again.
Like, literally, like I count down the hours, and especially just like the past couple months, I've just been like realising how much more this has been compared to any part of like my career so far. Training, getting home, and just like counting down the hours again until I can train more.
Yeah.
I'm so obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Like I probably sound like such a dork talking about it all. But like,
I think you can only be that way at the top of the sport. Like you can only be that way. There's no, unless you're like getting paid copious amounts of money from countries that like it's their job, it's their full-time job, you know, it's a bit different. Yeah. But you got to freaking love it to do it at this level and, you know.
Yeah, 100%. And I definitely think within like Australian culture, that's got to be one of our strengths, competing, like going against, you know, like Belarusian countries and China, like a lot of them, that is their just full-time job and that's all they know. But I guess for us, like we have the choice, like we get to do this.
Yeah.
And we all want to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it can be seen equally as there's positives and negatives to it not being a paid sport because, like you said, the Belarusians and that, they sometimes, some of them don't love the sport. They do it because they have to. And like exactly what you said it in those words, we do it because we get to. And there's a different passion behind that. There's like a way different fuel behind that than this is my job. Yeah. Yeah,
100%. I guess that kind of creates the question, like what's more powerful, like desire to win or the fear of losing?
Yeah.
And I guess definitely for us, like typically Australian culture and just like our culture, it's definitely more the
desire to win.
For us, like if you lose, who cares?
There's not really consequences.
Exactly,
yeah.
Nothing to it, like.
Yeah. And that's probably another thing to lead on to is like a lot of people do get stuck in that like fear of losing, even when they are in our culture and in our world. But that's totally a state of mind because we're so free to win and lose and whatever. It actually doesn't matter. It's inconsequential. Are your family still going to be there? Is everyone still going to love you and you're still going to go out on the weekend and see a friend? Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I 100% do agree with that as well. Like, I definitely fall into that trap from time to time, and
Yeah, same.
training out of like the fear of being embarrassed or whatever it is. Like, I do fall into that trap, and I can definitely talk. It's much nicer being in this mindset I just described before, just being so in love with this sport.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, okay. Well, let's talk about, I think, the experience of the Olympics, and then we'll go into the next part, which I want to talk about with you. So, What was the Olympics actually like?
The Olympics, it was like crazy. Like, it's such a whirlwind. Like, I never have the right words to actually describe it all.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I look back and I can't believe it's a year and a half ago. It's funny, like, when I think about it, I honestly forgotten it all. Literally, like, I don't have too many memories from it all. There's a few things I remember pretty clearly.
Like flashes?
Yeah, just like flashes.
Can you tell me what some of them are? Because usually they're like the most surreal moments that you really like stay clear.
So the one I remember so clearly is, like, I still see the image in my head right now. It's when I walked out onto the comp floor.
Wow.
And it's such a big build-up to that moment. Like, the day before, we had podium training. And the day before competition. I find this actually happens quite often, but I was so nervous, like, so nervous. And, like, went into training, got the bus there, and I was just, like, again, so nervous, I couldn't control myself, and then got there and started warming up, and I almost had a smile on my face again. I'm like, I get to jump on a trampoline, like, for another day, like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's all it was, and I was fine after that. And the next day, like, day of comp, I remember you warm up out the back, and it's just this, like, weird vibe between all your competitors.
Yeah.
It's all just, like, good sportsmanship, but everyone's just equally as nervous as you, and so this is it.
Yeah, this is the
nothing
top.
else to hide, like, and it's kind of how I describe the experience. Like, it's just, you have nothing to hide, and it's so vulnerable.
Yeah.
You walk through the tunnel, like, you leave your coach and you, like, walk through the tunnel, and it's each step you're literally about to walk out onto the comp floor. Like, it's just this massive build up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then before we, like, marshaled out, we were just behind this big gate, and you can hear the music and you can hear the crowd, but you can't actually see it yet. And then I remember, because I was second to go out, so I could have had a pretty good view of it, and they opened up the gate, and it was just, oh my God. I've never seen a stadium of 20,000 people there.
Wow.
Like,
yeah, especially for trampolining.
Yeah,
it's so rare.
Just to watch you. And
wow.
Like, and that's how I describe it. Like, it's so vulnerable. Like,
yeah.
This is it. I've got nothing to hide.
Yeah,
Everyone's going to see how hard I've worked for the past however long. I describe it like I literally felt naked walking out there. Like, literally nothing to hide.
Yeah, but it's almost like when I'm hearing you say it, it's not really vulnerable in a bad way, like what you're saying to me. It's like this perfect balance of, holy shit, I'm exposed, but also, like, it's my time to, like, show it as well.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what I'm hearing, I think.
And I don't describe it in a bad way, because
I'm
going to say 99% of the athletes who get there will look back at their prep and be so proud of it.
Yeah.
And just like I was so proud of my prep, it's not like I look back and said, oh, I could have done more, or wish I did something else. Like, I am so proud of it, and I'm sure every other athlete there was feeling the exact same way. So it's not, like, vulnerable as in a way, like, oh my God, like, I regret something, and
everyone's going to see, or
It's more showing for a positive. Like,
Wow, that would have just been so crazy.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine that walking out. You were there for my first World Cup, and even for me, I know that feeling, like you said, at training, like, just, I'm looking around at everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone that I'm looking at is people that I've watched for so long do this sport, and I'm standing there and I'm like, what am I doing here? But then, like, exactly what you said, like I've worked hard, and, like, this is my opportunity, and I'm here to show what I've been doing. And for me, I didn't feel like it was my best lead up, but I'm proud of my lead up still.
Yeah.
I was working through injuries, but everyone has those stories of the hardships through it.
Yeah.
But if you put in everything you got, if you got 50%, you've put 50% in every single time that you've only got 50, then you've done everything you can do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, for me, it's all just about, like, I remember I said to Jared, the coach I was with, and I think I'd finished my last podium training, and I'm like, all I need to do now is just be proud of myself and just say to myself, like, I've already won.
You're here.
Like, I'm here. I've done all the work.
Yeah.
It's just a competition. This is meant to be the easy part.
Yeah.
Like, this competition should be easy compared to what I've done in training for the
Yeah.
prep. And a lot of the time it is. I do feel that way.
Yeah.
When I get to, obviously, these much bigger competitions.
That's a really interesting way of looking at it as well. Like, you just made me think. I always think, oh, whatever happens at comp happens. That's sometimes a story that I run. But the way you said it actually is so interesting, because it's like I've put in all these time and hours, like thousands of hours before. And this is nothing. This is a small effort compared to all of that. I really like that way of looking at it. That's cool.
Yeah. And that's something I'm pretty big on.
Yeah.
However long you want to consider your prep plus a competition, maybe 4 weeks or something, like the competition shouldn't be the hardest thing of that 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, what, you do max 2 routines on a competition day, 2,
Yeah.
3 routines.
Yeah.
Like in training, 5 or 6, and most of the time 100% average hit rate.
Yeah.
Like, that's hitting 5 or 6 routines in a row is much harder than doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you have that volume behind you, you have some confidence about what's going to happen at the comp when there's pressure.
Yeah, and like for me, like what I've learned is much less of confidence and more building competent.
Yeah.
Worked a lot with sports psych.
Yeah.
And that's what we've found is like confidence doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I almost like cringe a little when I hear people say,
be confident or whatever.
Yeah, when I feel confident on the like comp day, I'm going to be good.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
don't rely on that.
What happens if you wake up and you're not confident?
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Yeah. And then that's what she said. And you can't just feel confidence. Like, you can't just snap your fingers and be, I'm going to be confident right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that, so it's almost too risky to rely on something like that.
Yeah. I think when your sports psych said that, Belinda said to me, hey, I heard this concept. And I didn't know it came from your sports psych, so it must have. Because Belinda said, hey, I heard this concept, like competence over confidence.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Because competence comes from, like, your evidence that you've built. Whereas, like, confidence can come from that as well. Like, you can get confidence from that.
Yeah, 100%.
But also, it's a feeling. Like you said, it's, like, dependent on how you're feeling on the day, which is so volatile. Could be anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Like, just being able to hit so many routines with 100% hit rates.
Yeah.
That doesn't change. You get to, like, comp day or podium training, and it's still there. I still did this on that day.
Yeah.
You know, I can still do it.
Yeah. Have you had ever any like skill hesitation, mental block type things with any skills?
No, like never really had mental blocks or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when I was younger, like I had these, I don't even know what you want to call it, maybe it lasted a couple of days where something just wasn't clear in my head.
Yeah.
But, like, even then I knew it's just because it's something not right in my head. Maybe I'm sick, maybe I haven't slept well enough, like, the night before.
Yeah, okay. So you put it down to, like, the controllables, basically, the things you can change, the sleep, the nutrition, the things.
Yeah.
God. Hi, Leighton.
Hey, guys. I love these two. I love these two people.
All right, I was saying mental blocks you haven't had. You just put it down to, like, maybe I haven't slept, maybe I haven't eaten.
Yeah, so whatever it was when I was younger, it wasn't like a mental block. I just struggled with something for a couple of days.
Yeah, like a skill.
A week at max, and I just couldn't see it, like, in my head.
Yes,
And I would just, put that down to maybe I'm sick or didn't sleep well, so I just knew, like, I just eat well and get a good night's sleep. It was going to go. I'll get through it.
Yeah,
But, nothing that's really, I don't know, taken too much of a toll on me,
stopped you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because of the mental blocks thing, I've done like a little bit of research into it because it's something that I've dealt with. And what I found is like there's a few different programs that people run. And one of them is based on a confidence scale, which I think is not useful, personally. I think it's worked for a lot of people. Basically, the idea is that you do the drill until you have a 7 out of 10 confidence in the drill. And then you move on to the next step of that drill until you have a 7 out of 10 confidence, and then you move on to the next. And I think, but that can change in a second.
Yeah.
That can change from rep to rep even.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that's such a weird way to look at it, but the competence thing is a way better way to look at it. And it's more just a frame of mind. It's not even really, you don't have to change that much. You could still just be like, am I competent at this? Am I doing it correctly?
Yeah.
Versus, like, did I feel good about it? Did I feel confident?
Yeah, 100%. And I guess that a lot of that is just like taking the emotions out of it.
Yeah.
And just being more logical. Like a Miller, for an example.
Yeah.
Like maybe you can get up and do it on a tramp and you get down and something's happened in your head and you can't do it the next go. Like logically why? It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make
You
sense.
just did it.
Yeah,
So yeah, I don't know. I guess a lot of it is just taking the emotions out and just relying on competence and like logic and I guess actual like real evidence that makes sense.
Yeah, what does evidence say about what I've done with this skill before versus what does my feelings say right now? I feel scared. Okay.
And like for me, I'm like very analytical and like love structure and numbers and all that. So it like helps when I've looked over 3 weeks of training and whatever it is, come in, couple warm-ups, hit routines, and like I look and my hit rate's above 90% for 3 weeks of training. And then again, that's going back to competent, and I can just rely on it, and it just says, like I can just take that information with me to a comp and go, I've got stats here that say 90% of the time I'm going to hit.
I'm going to hit. Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with that. So it's all good knowing that.
And then what about the comps where you don't hit? Does it feel less crappy when there's that 10% chance? It's there, or is it still pretty?
It's probably worse.
It's worse. Okay, tell me your experience.
Yeah. I just know it's, if I I have this evidence, it's something more than that, and it's just, and that's where I think the psychology side of it comes into it. So whatever it is, it's more than that, and it's to do with something deeper than that, which a lot is like psychology. So again, that's like it's still such a work in progress for me. Like I don't have 100% hit rate at competitions, so it's still just a work in progress, and I'm like learning so much more about kind of the whole sporting psychology of it all. But I know I've made good progress on it, and like I've got a really good understanding of it and know what works best for my mind.
Okay.
And it's been pretty interesting, like how it's shifted over the last probably year and a bit.
Do you have an example of how you've handled it in the past versus how you think you've changed, or even if your approach going into it has changed, even if your reaction's still the same, it still feels as bad. Is your framing different going in, or is your reaction different coming out now?
A lot of it, like when I was younger, I would used to try and fight it, and it was like a tug of war in my head, and I'm like, and it's so dumb because I literally just said this before, but I would tell myself I'm confident. I would literally say the words in my head, "You're confident. You're gonna do this. It's gonna be good." I would just say that over and over in my head, and just. It's
not dumb. You're a kid. How are you gonna know?
Well, it's part of learning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And trying to like make myself feel away.
Yeah.
Distract myself from nerves, but now I've learned to like really embrace it.
Yeah. Lean in a bit to the nerve.
Before World Champs, I was trying to make myself nervous before I was competing.
It's almost the other end.
Yeah, it's like opposite. I remember the morning of semi-finals, like I was trying to make myself more nervous.
Yeah. Were you like hyping it up in your head and you're like, it's not working, I'm not that nervous.
Yeah, but the morning, like at World Champs, the morning of qualifications, like I woke up real nervous. Like I didn't need to make myself any more nervous.
Yeah.
And it's really about accepting that and just saying, I'm nervous because like I care and this means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Like I've worked so hard for this, and this is my like day to show it. Like of course I'm going to be nervous.
Yeah.
If I wasn't nervous, something's wrong.
Yeah.
So it's thinking about it like that and thinking, okay, I'm nervous. This is good. This is going to plan.
Yeah. Know? Were you worried when you weren't nervous that something was wrong? Like that it wasn't going to be good?
And then the day after or whatever it was,
it
was semi-finals. And like my goal was to make finals. And this was like one of the most competitive World Champs. It was my first World Champs.
Yeah.
But just through the competition. Like I heard a few people say, this is to make it through the finals. This is one of the hardest world champs to do it at. And I woke up first thing in the morning and I wasn't nervous. I'm like, what's going on?
You're like, oh no.
Do I not care?
Yeah.
I want to make the finals. Like, this means a lot. And like, not literally trying to make myself more nervous, but really leaning into it. And then I got to the venue, and it's usually actually the opposite. I'm like really nervous at the hotel, whatever it is, and then I get the bus to the venue and it's all good. I'm relaxed. But this was like the opposite. I was
It flipped.
trying to make myself nervous, and I get to the venue and I start warming up, and I'm like, oh God.
Oh shit.
Like, this is it. Like,
yeah.
and I started to feel the nerves, and then I was like,
You're like, oh, I'm normal, that's fine.
literally, like, peace of mind. I was like, oh, like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is it. It's going to plan. Like, it's,
Yeah.
like, it's there, and it means a lot. So yeah, a lot of it is just embracing it, and then just really learning how to channel it.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's interesting that it flipped for you. Because,
Yeah.
like, in a moment where you felt like you should be the most nervous, and made me think, like, how we're talking about the confidence thing being a feeling and, like, something that you can't rely on. Like, maybe the nerves is the same. Like, you just got me thinking, like, maybe the nerves is the same. We think, oh, I should be nervous. Because we've been told, like, it's okay if you're nervous, it's okay if you're nervous. And then you've turned it, which I have also turned it into the thing of, okay, you're nervous because you care. And so it feels okay to have nerves. Like, it feels like a good thing almost now. But then, like, you also can't rely on that being there to be like, oh, I'm in the right headspace.
Yeah. It's less of actually leaning into nerves itself and more just the emotion you feel. So
Yeah.
doing like a body scan and just
Yeah.
identifying how I'm feeling. And majority of the time, it's the emotion that shows up is nerves. But
Yeah.
maybe I'll do it before a comp and I'm feeling happy. And I'm like, oh, like I'm feeling happy. This is it. I can't control it. Or
Yeah.
maybe another day it's, oh, I'm actually feeling really sad. I don't
Yeah.
know why, but this is how I'm feeling. Like I'm just going to have to run with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, and then a lot of it has been about just saving like energy and more like mental energy. Like before, when I described like the tug of war in my head, trying to convince myself like it's going to be all good and I'm confident, like that's using up so much energy,
Yeah.
which is, all that energy is meant to be spent on one turn when I'm competing.
Rather than just like accepting what you're feeling.
Yeah, and like how much energy does it use up for me to just go, oh, I'm nervous, okay, so be it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like it's, it's nothing. Like it's,
to not resist it so much. It's
Exactly.
the resistance that makes it like
yeah,
so big. It
Exactly.
like
It
lets it breed.
literally, it's just
Yeah.
so much energy you're just wasting.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, what was I going to say?
It's something about a body scan.
Yeah, is that something that you use, body scan?
Yeah.
Do you do that like outside of or like before training, or is it a thing that you use, or is it just like you meant just checking in?
From time to time, I probably do it more often. Like it changes, but like sometimes through training, I'd maybe have to just keep almost checking with myself.
Yeah, okay.
Like a fair bit. Maybe when things aren't flowing as smoothly, like I have to keep checking in and seeing where my head's at, and do I feel like I'm a fuse about to blow?
Yeah.
And like how I manage it.
Yeah, yeah.
And usually that's like times like that is probably when I do use it the most. But yeah, at competition, there's like that's all it's about, just checking in, like managing where I'm at and where like my emotions are at.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What sort? Do you have a process for that? Is it like a classic body scan? Go there, go to your arms, go to
No,
your legs, or
nothing,
what's your
nothing
process?
really like that. It's literally just like identifying the thoughts and like words and emotions that are in my head.
Yeah, so just like sitting for a second and hearing it, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and I guess I do have steps I go through. I guess a pre-comp routine, we call it.
you have a pre-comp routine that you go through, and that makes you feel like centered, ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And do you feel like before you were doing that, like you can definitely see the difference of what that does for you going in?
Yeah, 100%. And it also, it sounds silly to say, but it just makes competition fun. And this goes back to one of our earlier chats. I think back to a comp in like junior, and it was 2022 World Champs, and
Yeah.
like by this time I had the goal. I wanted to be World Age Champion before I moved to senior, and this was going to be my second last opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
And I look back at that competition, and it was the most like, miserable experience of my life.
Really?
Like I was just so in my head and so focused on this result.
About that result, yeah.
And I look back at the experience and it wasn't even a fun experience.
Yeah.
Like what's the point of that? Go to the other side of the world just to have a terrible experience to come home.
Yeah, just to be in your head the entire time rather than actually living in the world.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So this is more enjoyable.
Yeah.
much more recommend doing it this way.
It's a better way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I often say that when I did Italy, I feel like I could have landed flat on my face and been happy because I really was like, it felt like the most present I've like ever been in a situation where I felt nervous. What you were saying, I felt nervous and I cared, but also I was just like, in the lineup of girls, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna top this group. Like, I know it's gonna be like Stephen Bradbury, like it's gonna be the ice skating thing where everyone falls over and I come through, if that's the case. So I'm like, I know that I'm like halfway or lower, and so I'm just gonna enjoy it. Like, I'm just gonna soak it up. Look around me, like my family's here. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And so it was one of those experiences where I was so like in it and present, and one of the most fun comps. And there's a few comps that I can think of that where I haven't been so result orientated.
Yeah.
And like when I am, it's just like shit. It's just like the worst. Not the worst, but it's so much less enjoyable.
Yeah.
So much less enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay, so now I want to move on to after Olympics. You stopped me in my tracks one day when you said after Olympics was really tough for me. And I want you to talk about whatever parts of that you want to talk about, and then we can...
Yeah, so I guess literally right after I walked off the comp floor, like with Jared.
Yeah.
And like a maze, walk out the back and walk through the press. And then getting interviewed straight away, like after you leave the comp floor. And I just sat down with Jared and I don't know what it was, but I just started bawling my eyes out.
Yeah.
I've never felt anything like that. And I'm like, Jared, I don't understand this. I don't know why I'm crying. Like, I'm not upset. I'm happy. I don't understand this.
Yeah. Did you feel upset when you were crying? But you were like, I don't get it because
It's just confusion. Like,
yeah.
But I just remember saying, I'm like, I don't understand this. Like, why am I crying? Like, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there bawling my eyes
You're
out.
like, I swear I'm happy.
Literally.
Yeah.
And like I sat with Jared for a bit and he just explained. He said, this is part of it.
Yeah, okay.
He said this is the unseen side of sport, but he said it's so beautiful, like moments like this, like it's just, he said it's been such a build up for you. Like no one knows what you've been through, all the training and just all the media and all that stuff around the whole Olympics. It's so much, and it's such a build up just for it to crash and you leave the comp floor and that's it. Like,
yeah. Done.
That's what it feels like, and I know it's not like that. Especially for me, I was 17, I was so young. It's not, oh, that's it, like, that's the end of my career, but...
No, but the end of that, like, whole build-up to that pinnacle experience and, like, drops off the edge is done.
That's a much better way to put it. And and it's like, you sit there and you're like, oh my God, like, it's 4 more years to the next Olympics. Like,
yeah.
Do I, like, want to go back to training straight away? Do I want to have a bit of time off? Whatever it is. It's a lot going on in your head. But yeah, like, before that, like, while being in Paris... hear the phrase post-Olympic blues go around the village. And I didn't know too much about that, and I was like, oh, like, whatever, like, I haven't had anything like that, like, I'm not going to get anything like that, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then, I experienced it pretty hard.
Yeah.
And I remember my family, it's like the day after or the next day, we went to Barcelona with my family. Just for a couple of days before I'd come back and do the closing ceremony. And those 3 days, whatever, it was literally the lowest I've ever felt.
Okay.
And it doesn't make sense. Like,
I'm in Paris, I'm in Barcelona.
Literally, like, you tell to someone, like, oh, you compete at the Olympics and for the next 3 days you're going to be at the lowest you've ever felt. Like, it doesn't make sense why it's like that.
No.
And, like, you look back and... you almost feel like people could say you're ungrateful in a way. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
And it's just weird. You don't know how you're meant to feel. Like, it's not... It's so hard to relate with people.
And I think that's a good point. It's like, you have this thing in the back of your head of what people would expect.
Yeah.
And, like, how they think you should feel. Because, like, most of those people have not had that experience.
Yeah.
And they don't appreciate the fact that it could be equally as hard to go to the Olympics as to not go to the Olympics.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to be ungrateful for this.
No, say what you need to say.
I'm so happy I went through it. And especially that down moment, like I've learned so much from it. And
yeah.
I'm so grateful I got to experience that and all the things I've learned from it. But like, and this is what I guess like family does matter most. Like I had my dad with me and we're in Barcelona and you're not sitting in your room. Get out, we're doing something. Like,
yeah.
So just went out for breakfast with my family and it didn't take long. And like I'm a pretty happy person. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
I wasn't mopey for too long and like it was all good. And I did say that to myself. I'm like, I'm gonna be fine. Maybe it's one day, maybe it's a week. Like it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be home. Like I've got at the end of the day, I've got my family. I've got friends. Like it's all good. And it was all good. Like all it did was just teach me so much from it all. Yeah.
Yeah. There seems to always be, I think, in those moments, like someone that really comes through for you, and like really just in the moment that you want to like exactly stay in bed, do nothing, like the most that you're fighting it so much, and that person goes,
yeah,
get up, and you're like, shit.
That's literally what it was. I'm like,
yeah,
the last thing I want to do is just
go
outside and go for a walk. And I remember it was so nice. Like when Barcelona, we went out for breakfast and it's got like the biggest breakfast. It was so good. Yeah.
But one of the biggest things is like saying yes to that person that comes through, because they will come through and that moment will pass. And some people, I think, miss that moment to come out of the hole.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to put that.
It's so good that you like took that moment, because you could have been like, nah.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I don't think I really had a choice.
You didn't have a choice. Thanks, Brock's dad. Yeah. And so have you thought about it or gone through it with the sports psych after of what that was and what you learnt?
Yeah, like we talk about it a lot.
Yeah. Did you want to share some things?
Yeah, so and it's literally how I put it. It's just this massive build-up.
Yeah.
And especially my like specific situation, like just such a whirlwind, and it like happened so quickly. And just as I said, being told, 3 months, grow up, become an Olympian. That's basically what it was. Like and someone described it to me. They said, "Oh, you were like thrown in the deep end and you swam pretty well."
Yeah, that's a really good way to describe it.
Yeah, so I think back to that analogy a fair bit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What do you think, what qualities do you think, like you've said already twice now, like I had to grow up and be an Olympian, and I feel like that very much means something to you. Like what qualities or traits do you think you had to like really quickly build to be that person that could go there and do what you did?
Okay, like a lot of it does come down to maturity. Like a lot of it is just overall maturity as an athlete and as a person as well.
Do you think there were things that you weren't doing before that you changed or shifted into to be that person?
Not instantly.
Yeah.
It's not, I wouldn't say there's not much of before I was doing that was like bad or I had to change. Like, desperate, but it was more over time things just got even better, which is what I was already doing. Yeah,
okay. Just like being more of that, like that role model that you were talking about?
Yeah,
or
like,
do you mean something else?
I guess almost in like every sense, like like nothing really too specific.
Okay.
Just as an athlete, little things in training, like as a person, things I do in my day-to-day life. Like, just everything.
Yeah, and then I guess talking to media, stuff like that. That's a whole skill, right?
Yeah. I think I got pretty good at media talking.
Yeah.
After that experience.
Which experience? That just the whole Olympics thing?
Oh, the whole Olympics.
Or one specific one?
No, the whole Olympics. Like, so much media. And just waking up the next day. And I remember the day they announced it at the MCG, they had all the news channels and they're just like, talk to Channel 7, talk to ABC, talk to 9 News, like whatever, just like back to back. And it's like a lot of us like look back and that's draining, like talking to so many people. I got home, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This is pretty crazy.
And surely you're like looking at people that you like see through TV only usually. They're in front of you with a mic.
Yeah, literally. And it's like,
so
it's just
crazy.
weird. It's like, there's no way this is what I'm doing.
This is real. Yeah.
And that's what it is. Like, it's just such a whirlwind. It's just, like, it happens so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's almost pretty hard to be present in those moments.
Yeah, yeah. You're always, like, thinking about the next thing because there's so many things happening one after the other, right? I would imagine. Yeah. Wow. Were there any other surreal moments that you wanted to share? So that one that you shared walking through the tunnel, and then that, are there any other, like, really clear memories that you wanted to share, or just any experiences or learnings?
Like, I do have little memories in my head, like just walking around the village with Jared. Like, great person to be there with. Man, I remember, maybe it was the first day, and it feels like Christmas, but 10 times better. You get your big kit, and you just, it's like hundreds of gear just to open up and just try it on. Like, it's literally like Christmas.
But better.
Yeah, so we put in our gear and just go for a walk around the village.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I think it was the first day. I said to Jared, I'm like, I'm doing 4 more of these Olympics.
I'm doing 4 more.
I'm doing 4 more.
Yeah.
Do 5 all up.
Just for the kit.
It's just awesome. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. What are your goals?
Olympic champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4? 4 times?
If I go to 4 more Olympics.
Then yeah. Cool.
Yeah. But no, they're my main goal in life. Like, the only thing I want to do in life right now is become an Olympic champion.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish you all the very best. You are one of the most consistent, committed, very admirable athletes to watch train.
I appreciate that. It
Yeah.
means a lot.
No worries. One thing I want to ask you is, how do you deal with fear?
Deal with fear.
Yeah.
It's very similar to nerves. Like, why do fears show up? You got to ask yourself that. Why do I have this emotion of fear? And it's a natural defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Like, your body kind of identifies that you're about to do something dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't have fear, fear, it's making sure your body is going to protect itself.
Yeah, yeah.
The same way that nerves does.
Yeah.
So, all the symptoms you get, all that is doing is just giving you more energy and just making you more powerful, more accurate. So I guess, like, identifying fear is just a natural defense mechanism that my body's showing, because maybe I'm trying to do a new skill, or maybe I'm competing at a competition.
Yeah.
So just identifying that and identifying it's normal and safe, and if I'm not feeling this, then maybe something's not right.
Yeah. Do you know if there's a point, like, where, okay, this is enough fear to stop me?
It's a good question. I don't think I honestly have the answer for that.
Yeah, okay. Have you found that point ever before where it has stopped you from certain things? Even if it's not every time, but 1 or 2 times, 3 times, 4 times?
Yeah, I'm sure when I was, like, younger, trying to do a new skill, I was, like, too scared to do it.
Yeah.
But even when I think back at that, it's not because it was too dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't scared. I wasn't, like, thinking, oh my god, this skill was, like, I might die trying this. Like,
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. It was just,
Yeah.
I don't know, scared of trying to do something I've never done before.
Yeah, yeah. In the back, like, of a kid's mind anyway, or of anyone's mind, I think, with fear, is, like, underlying at the end of the road, if you keep going back and back, is, like, I might die doing this. But you know that that's not actually true. Probably 99% not actually true.
Yeah.
Because for what we do, like, there is risk and it is what it is. But for the most part, it's like, if you know what you're doing and you've done the work beforehand, it's like you've mitigated the risk so much that it's like the risk is so low.
And and that's literally what it's about. And that's why you drill and you learn things the correct way. Like, it's just, I guess, narrowing down those chances to 0.00001%, whatever it is.
Yes.
But yeah, like, just, I guess, utilising fear and just accepting it for what it is, and just knowing, like, all this is going to do is make me more powerful, make me more accurate.
Yeah, like, dialed in.
Yeah, do what I need to do to...
Yeah.
Going back thousands of years ago, it's like fight or flight.
Yeah.
It's the same concept, but it's not literally like
you're running away from a lion. Yeah.
And that is an analogy they use a lot.
Yeah.
Like the lion in the jungle.
Yeah. yeah, it's not the same as that anymore, but we treat it,
Yeah.
the body acts the same.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the body still treats it the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, I found with fear, because for me, I saw a pretty big injury. I don't know if you might know, but I watched a friend become paralyzed. And that was like, I think it leans into exactly what you're talking about of like, there is this logical thread of, I know it's not going to happen to me almost. And I feel like that's where I've had to put myself now. You can let the fear like run that story to the end of the line of like where that's you in the end. But really, you have to trust the drills. You have to trust the prep. You have to trust your strength, your ability, like all those things in order to not run that story.
Yeah, and I guess...
Because it will stop you if you get there and you stay there.
And I guess this can go all the way back to our first chat about competence over confidence.
Exactly the same. Yeah. Yeah, because there was a lot of like almost every single person that I trained with that was there on that day has retired now, and they're all younger than me.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sad to see that it like really does. And some of them were for reasons like outside of that, but I think that was for most people part of it.
Yeah.
And so I know that fear is something that really stops people, and part of my like mission is work that out for myself and help other people work that out too, because it's not just trampolining, like it's life, like that stops you from doing stuff that can unleash your full potential, basically, to say in a very corny way, but that's what I really believe.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So your goals are Olympics, that's a big goal.
Yeah.
Olympic champion, and multiple Olympics, I'm guessing, is also in the goal.
We'll see. We'll see. At least go to Brisbane. We'll see about that.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any other personal goals that's not like outcome?
I guess personal goal, like after sport,
Yeah.
live a happy life,
Yeah.
have a happy family.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's talking way in the future, but
No, it's something you're looking forward to?
I can't wait for that
Yeah.
point in my life. I think that will be so much better than anything sport could give me,
Yeah.
if I'm
Wow.
being so honest. So
That's amazing because you really love sport.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine what that could be like for you.
So, like in the back of my head, preparing for that point of life.
Yeah, the transition out.
Yeah, like I'm pretty aware of. I know a lot of athletes struggle
Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
transition. But yeah, really just making sure I'm transitioning onto something better after sport. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So yeah, whatever that looks like.
Yeah. Do you have any people that you really admire in the world? It doesn't have to be sport, can be sport. Doesn't have to be this sport, can be other sports. I know we've talked about Harry Garside being pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do love to listen to his stuff.
Yeah, I talk about him a lot, and
Oh, do you?
yeah, I probably should have mentioned him when we're talking about the Olympics, but like after I experienced those post-Olympic blues, I did a lot of research on it because I was just so fascinated, like, why am I feeling this? It doesn't make sense. And one that was very popular was Harry Garside.
Yeah.
And he said after Tokyo Olympics, because they went into a 2-week quarantine in Darwin.
Empty stadiums, like a weird experience.
Yeah, and he said he came third, and he said he sat in front of a mirror with the bronze medal around his neck and was crying in the mirror because he still hated the person he was at that point. And it just shows no medal, like no achievement is going to make you happy for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And that's going back to that point, like I'm pretty excited for that point after life, just because I know, like, I could win an Olympic medal and still be sad. It's not going to make me happy for the rest of my life.
Yes. Yeah. Because it's not that in the moments, I don't think. It's not in the one moment that everything is like, oh, I'm fulfilled now. Like, life's so good now.
Literally.
It's not. It's like that moment of excitement and like the stuff around it. And then you get back to normal life. And it's like, okay.
You wake up the next morning.
And you're still just Brock or you're still just Carla.
Yeah. And that's literally what it is.
It's the journey. That's what so cheesy, but
yeah.
all that work before Olympics for you is, that's the stuff you look back on, like, yeah, the experience, you have these like amazing flashes and it's so cool. But all that work that's what got you there to do that. And that's the same, I think.
100%. That definitely does. Like, when you, I guess, look at the whole career itself, like, that means more, like, just the life lessons you learn in training.
Yeah, the character building. Yeah.
Yeah, and literally character building like that. At the end of the day, I guess that does mean more than a medal could.
Yeah.
I guess that the person you become along the way of it all.
Yeah.
And just the life lessons you learn, and you can use that in your later part in life.
Yeah, yeah. I love looking at it as every step is a building block. When you look back, you can see the pattern perfectly. When you're in it,
Yeah.
especially in hard times, when you're in it, you're like, this is so hard. How could this possibly be helpful to me? But in those lowest times, you have the biggest like learnings, and you come out and you're like, oh, I'm like way ahead of where I was. This is awesome.
And I'm such a big believer of everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So I guess, really accepting that, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Maybe this moment doesn't make sense right this second, but
It will.
eventually.
Yeah, I love that way of looking at things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even like to add to that, everything happens for a reason if you give it reason.
Yeah.
Because I think some people that can turn into an excuse, and I don't think that's the way you're using it. It's like everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
It's like a cop-out,
Yeah.
but it's if you give it reason and you give it meaning that's like useful to you, then it's a springboard.
Yeah, and that is such a good way to put it. Like at the end of the day, some things are out of your control.
Yeah.
Whether it is an injury or whatever it is, something that you can't really control. If you, like I said, grieve and
Yeah.
make it a terrible, experience,
Yeah.
then you're not going to get anything out of it. But if you just make the most of, let's say, just you're being injured for an example, if you just make the most of that and just spend that whole rehab process trying to become a better athlete and better person as well along the way, you'll almost be happy it happened for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And last year in the middle of the year I had an injury on my shin, just stress related on the bones.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, why is this happening? This doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It's always the first question, why? And then you realize that's not going to help you. It's like why me? Like, I do it as well. Everyone does it.
And that was the longest, however many months it was.
Yeah.
Off training, and just the loading back to training was so slow. It was driving me insane. But honestly, the first week I was back at training, maybe more than a week, I was already saying to myself, I'm happy this happened. This has made me such a better athlete from it.
Yeah. What do you think it changed? What was a specific learning from that injury? What did you do differently, or how did you see it as an opportunity?
Just I don't think I wasn't on a trampoline and maybe spending upwards of 30 hours in a gym, just strengthening, flexibility, mobility. Not even being on a trampoline. And then taking that in, still almost doing that with time on the tramp.
With training, yeah. When you got back to training.
Yeah, so that was definitely the big one, just realising, how much more you can do and how much should do, and
how much time you actually have when you think, I need to recover more, I need to do this more, but you actually can do so much more and recover so much more.
Yeah. So I guess, honestly, it's the biggest takeaway is just more hours in the gym.
You had so much capacity that you didn't know, right?
Yeah, just doing even more, training even longer. I've definitely taken that with me. And then, obviously, injury prevention.
Yeah, always learn that from an injury, hey?
Yeah, learn that. So just definitely managing the load.
Yeah.
And being, really strict on it. And, working alongside with, VIS staff, and now in this transition it will be NSWIS staff, just tracking load and just managing. And almost just, lowering the chances of a bone injury like that occurring again.
Yeah, or any injury, really. Yeah, I found the same with my injury. So I had hamstring tendon for about a year, and I couldn't really sprint, or I could sprint very sporadically and it'd be pretty sore. And for double mini, that's pretty important. So I was like, okay, so I can jump up and down on the tramp. I just can't sprint because it stretches the tendon too much. So what can I do with this time? Basically, what can I do with this time? It was in a time where I'd come over from my other club and I'd been here for about maybe a year. And I've been working on some technique stuff, but we just rushed into getting passes done for qualification stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, now I can't run. So I've got this time. So now I got to build the technique that I never really learnt the basics of. And so what an opportunity I had. There's so many things that, like, even you coming here now, if I showed you my videos from before, like, I'm a bit ugly now, but I was uglier before with the technique and stuff. Like, it's completely changed. It's completely different. And for me, I saw that's the opportunity there.
Yeah.
And it's easy to be like, I'm injured, I'm just going to be sad about it.
Yeah.
And just sit in it and just wait for it to get better.
Yeah.
And you can do that. And you will eventually get better.
Yeah.
But you won't have given yourself the leg up where you could.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that kind of like a personality trait. I know Belinda talks a lot about it, but it's just being curious. That's a big one, and I think in moments like that is where it's probably most important. Just remaining curious and
Yeah.
why is this happening? Maybe I'll go figure this out and
Yeah.
learn as much as I can from this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say that's probably a big, pretty important trait to have through those
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. I think curiosity is a great way to describe the keep on asking questions. Don't just be like happy with the first thing that comes to your head.
Yeah.
Because that's so biased for so many reasons. Keep asking questions. Yeah. Any other people in the sport that you admire, or not in the sport, anyone that you admire, and for what reasons?
I guess like when I look back, and again there, Dylan Schmidt in the sport, like he was such a big role model for me, and still is.
Yeah.
But I just remember when I was younger, for so many years, I wanted to be him.
You're like, whoa.
I just literally wanted to be him.
Yeah.
So much to the point I probably even wanted to look like him.
It's so funny how we do that as kids.
Yeah.
So true. This is so like left field, but I used to love Hannah Montana so much that I bought a blonde wig and like at home I used to like sit. So I know that kind of infatuation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you loved him. Thought he was amazing.
Yeah, and like I still do admire him, and I guess like it's pretty hard to relate to maybe like Belarusian and Chinese athletes.
Yeah, because
just
of
culture.
the difference in
I guess we probably had growing up like in our sport, it's similar culture in a way.
To New Zealand, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dylan, sorry, just for context, Dylan is a New Zealand trampoline athlete.
Yeah.
How many time Olympian?
3 times Olympic bronze medalist and world champion.
Yeah.
So competitive against these guys.
Yeah.
And I just admired him so much, and
Yeah.
I remember I used to say to myself, what would Dylan do? Like, would he do more? Yes. So
Would
keep
he
doing
do more?
Keep more strength, whatever. And then just even maybe getting a little bit like older as a teenager, just admiring his balance, because just in life, because he talks a lot about it. So that's something I've carried with me now, and
Yeah.
like it's crazy to look back, like I'm competing against him.
Yeah. That's so incredible. It's someone that you've really put on a pedestal, and then you're up there with him. Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
What a crazy feeling.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Okay, I remember my question.
Okay.
Have you ever thought about what is your why?
My why? Yeah.
Yeah. What's your purpose?
I think about this question a lot and
Yeah.
ask myself it a lot.
Yeah.
And like the answer changes from time to time, but a lot of the time it's still pretty similar. But my why, for the majority of the time, is just I just love it. I just love this sport, and like I just love the person I'm becoming along the way.
Yeah.
And I guess who I imagine the person I'll be after sport, like I need sport to help me get me there.
Yeah.
And I guess that's probably 2 answers. I just love it, and just the person I'm becoming along the way.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. And then obviously, the results. Like I want it so badly,
Yeah.
and I think I want to be able to call myself an Olympic champion. Like
Yeah.
it means so much. But yeah, from like different periods and different blocks, like
It changes
my
a bit.
why does change and my values change, but it's
Yeah.
majority of the time it comes from those
Yeah, okay.
kind of reasons
Yeah. What do you want to contribute to the world?
to the world.
Yeah. Is there a legacy you want to leave?
Yeah, 100%. And it's probably less of the world and more just in maybe even just Gymnastics Australia, but just like promoting this kind of lifestyle and journey I'm on. Again, it doesn't have to be the exact, but just like waking up with a dream and like a goal to chase every day, and knowing like working towards this dream, like it's going to make you a better person along the way.
Yeah.
That's something that's so important to me. And I think the reason why I'm so excited for that life outside of sport is to like bring up kids and teach them the
Show them
the same kind of values.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's definitely, I guess that is probably my answer to your question. Just promoting this lifestyle and
and not only in sport by the sounds of it. Like it sounds so far-reaching in the way of inspire people like to chase the big dream, like chase the scary dream, chase the dream that you think is too big. Yeah,
just like literally having passion in life to just do something and just spend hours working on something and just knowing you're going to become a better person from it along the way.
Whether the results come or not.
Like end of the day, who cares about the results? You look back and so much growth as a person. Like a piece of metal can't compare to that. In the journey to the medal, whether or not the medal's there at the end of the day, you became the person who could do that. I think that's so important. Such a big one for me is if I give it everything, then I've become that version. You know, I became that version. And I decided to become that version the day I decided to do that journey and fully commit to it. It's all in the journey, and it's so hard to hold both true of I really want the goal at the end of the day, but also it's okay if it's not. I do agree.
Yeah, but you still got to go for it. Still got to go for that Olympic medal. Yeah, that's awesome. Anything more you want to add now?
I think that's everything, Carla.
That's everything. I'd love to have you back sometime.
No.
Thanks.
Catch you on the flip side.
Catch you on the flip side. Bye. Done. Thank you.